turned my I took a picture of myself by accident. All right, what's up, y'all? This is a different video, and it's one that I felt that I had to do. I know the news is kind of a few days old. This is actually 2 months old, but I felt the need to do this. This is not Troy Batista talking to you guys. This is not Taker Kid 17 talking to you guys. This is actually me, like myself. Some of you suspicious bastards know my real name, but that's okay. There's a video about Taryn Terrell, uh, TNA knockout. I don't know if she's still in the company, but yeah, I don't know if she's still there. But she recently did a video about 2 months ago, but a lot of people started talking about it this past weekend. She did a video where she talked about how she found Christ and how she's been saved. Um, I want to remember. Okay, yeah, and she was doing it was a 10-minute video. It's really good. I'll put the link down here. I recommend it to anyone that watches this. She talked about like her journey, her spiritual journey, how she's a infant Christian. And she gave her testimony. Now, a lot of you people that don't follow this lifestyle or know anything about it aren't gonna know what the hell like these terms mean, or you might think that like she's full of crap because she started out by saying I was a bad person. Okay, I don't even know where to start because, like I said, this isn't my character. This is me. Being involved in youth ministry for like 7 years, and being in church like pretty much all my life. This is a big deal. It's a great story. Like we'll hear testimonies from people, but we never really see who they were before. We just take their word for it. Taryn Terrell, is a different case, and it's actually a special one to me because I've known Taryn Terrell. Like I followed her career, like since she started. After the Diva Search. I actually got the chance to see Taryn Terrell at I believe it was a SmackDown show I went to in December 2009. She was in the crowd. With Teddy Long was the ECW general manager. It was a house show, but she was in the crowd asking a kid a question. Like she said, who won the Royal Rumble in 2008? And the kid, no, I think it was the '09 Raw. I forgot it was one of them. But she asked him, yeah, it was the '09 one. And it could have been both shows because I went to Raw '09 in January and I went to SmackDown in December '09. And she asked the kid who won the Royal Rumble in '08, and the kid said John Cena. So the kid got like a gift and he got to go backstage or something. But off the topic, yeah, Taryn Terrell. It's a nice story because if you remember, she did Playboy. I don't think she did porn, but she did like the little videos where she had the little ice cream like all over herself, butt naked. She cheated on her husband. She was with Drew Galloway. She cheated on him with Chavo Guerrero. Chavo Guerrero, I should have asked him how that was. She always did those movies where her top like would come off, and she'd always show her tits in those little cameo appearances. She's Cajun, so she celebrated Mardi Gras, which isn't biblical. Playboy multiple times posing for Playboy. She admitted on the Diva Search that she had one night stands. She had sex in high school. I remember I saw a video when she was like 22 where she talked about how she liked to get pounded from behind, doggy style. And almost every wrestling gimmick that she's had, especially the Dollhouse, was like some sort of like adulterous, slutty gimmick. Like, remember in the Dollhouse where she would be in the bed with a bra and you would see the titties? And I'm not gonna lie, Taryn Terrell was one of my favorites. Like, I loved her character. I loved her in ring. I loved her as a face. I really loved her in the Dollhouse for a lot of reasons. I remember recently, like for about a few years now, I would occasionally rub one out to Taryn Terrell. I'm not gonna lie, she's fucking beautiful. But this is a good story because a girl that came from a background of that modeling and sex and all that, she had a baby outside of wedlock too. But the fact that the Lord could save her, she bought a Bible and somebody asked her, "Are you saved? Are you saved?" And then it gave her a lot to think about. The wrestling world is a is a hard place to be at if you're trying to be spiritual, you know. And I wouldn't know, but like I know people that are in the wrestling business that say the same thing, and that's what Taryn was saying in her video. Temptation is everywhere over there. You know, they're always partying after the shows. They're drinking. They're having sex. They're cheating because their families are away, and you know they have an urge. You know, but I don't know what this means for her TNA career. If she's serious about this, the Dollhouse is probably going to be. Well, it might continue without her. Rebel will probably be the new leader, but I don't think she's full of crap because I don't think she would publicly make a video and talk about this. Um, if she was just going to turn around and go back to her old ways. I know HBK, Shawn Michaels, and Sting are Christian, but we really didn't. Shawn Michaels is another one. We saw how he was before he turned his life to Christ. Excuse me. I know a lot of people are going to tell me that I have sex and that I do drugs and all that. That's people. People like to do that shit. When you're saved, when you're born again, nobody's perfect. Everybody has addictions. Everybody's got issues. We're always going to be bad people, you know. But the thing is, it takes the Lord to cleanse your heart and for people to do what Taryn did and say what they did and that they realize it's bad. Taryn Terrell said she's ashamed of who she was back then. It takes a lot of spiritual healing for somebody to come out publicly and say that. And yes, nobody will ever be perfect. There's pastors that make mistakes. No human is perfect as long as we're in this earth. The only perfection is heaven. That's the only perfection. That's where we'll all be perfect when we get there. For those of us that are going. So yeah, I know I sound kind of boring in this video. I didn't want to yell. I really didn't know how to get it out. But I respect Taryn for what she did. God bless her. I hope her spiritual journey goes well. I'm still working on myself, so it's nice to see somebody that I watched on TV wrestle great matches. Just evolve and become this new person and start this journey. It means a lot to me personally. I know it's hard for a lot of you to believe because you've seen me as my character. You've never seen me as my real self. My brother and I couldn't believe this. You know, and he shared. I saw the video from him. I found out the news from Gene Carlos. Though on my Facebook group. But yeah, Taryn Terrell. I remember her in the Diva Search. Like I said, they brought her in a year later for ECW, as if we didn't remember her. Tiffany, the year after she was the general manager of ECW. She was a good general manager too. And then they brought her up on SmackDown as a tag team with Kelly Kelly, but they dropped her, they fired her because of the drama with Drew McIntyre. And then the thing with Chavo Guerrero. And then she was in TNA. She was charging a lot of money for indie appearances, but she was in TNA. Referee, she was refereeing for a while, and then they were abusing her, like the heel knockouts. So she was feuding with Madison Rayne and Tara and Gail Kim. Great match with them. You could tell she was training. She was on maternity leave because she had her baby. When she came back, she looked better than she did before she had the baby. And then she became knockout champion. And then she did the heel gimmick, the Dollhouse, which was one of my favorite gimmicks. It was my favorite acts on the show. They came out with whole doll parts music, one of my favorite songs. She did the character well. You could tell that she was enjoying it. But the spiritual journey might be the end of her TNA run, but that's okay because she's done all there is to do. I've enjoyed every second of her on TV. And when one journey ends, another one opens. And in my opinion, she's doing the positive thing. She's doing things the godly way. And I believe her and I stand behind her no matter what. And she deleted her social media too. She deleted her Facebook, her Instagram, her Twitter, and everything. Either that or she blocked me, but I asked my brother to go check out and he couldn't find it either. I think she opened another account around the time she did this video, but she's not like been active on it as much. And if you follow, it's pending. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up by saying, God bless Taryn Terrell. God wants her, man. The Lord was ready to save her from the life she was living. You know, it's never too late. Thank you for entertaining me and for being beautiful and all that. You still beautiful. I enjoyed everything she did on TV, whether it was WWE, TNA, or somewhere else. And I'm looking forward to hearing the journey as it continues. She said she's gonna post more videos, so let's wait and see where that goes. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless Taryn Terrell. And God bless you guys too. Take it easy.